Today I am going to discuss the fundamentals, mathematics fundamentals required for physics. Very important part in your physics actually. What all maths you require for physics, especially first calculus part I will discuss, because we have calculus based problems in one dimension and two dimension also. So, first you should know what is a calculus based problems. So, what all maths is required for physics, today I am going to teach you. Okay. Tomorrow all of you, what you should do is, you have to answer the paper again, try to answer it. If at all some doubts are left, tomorrow you ask me, because only 9 members came, I am not happy. Next exam I should see that all those who are present in the class should write the exam. And I told you, all of you should feel that you are in the physical class. Please keep that point in mind. You should not go out without permission. You have to take permission. I will note down here, then go out. I will not say I will not give permission. Simply you should not disappear, you should not come and appear, because it is your home, you cannot get up from your place as you like. And parents also should see that children are sitting and listening the class. That is my request from parent side. For you, it is my advice that you should be very regular and attentive. When you want to take a break something or for some urgency, you can take permission, that is all. Simply you cannot disappear and appear as you like. Okay. Now, some mathematics part which is required for physics. For physics part. Till now we have discussed about kinematics, equations of motion we have discussed. V equal to u plus at, S equal to ut plus half at square, and so on. We have not discussed anything out of the constant acceleration conditions. We have discussed only about constant accelerations, because in your 8th, 9th, 10th you learnt about constant acceleration only. You did not learn about variable acceleration. And not only that, we have discussed about Newton's 3 laws, and small problems we have done on that, Newton's 3 laws, first law, second law, third law, they are very easy. And how to do small problems on Newton's second law, and especially instead of saying F equal to ma, you have to say F net equal to ma. That is most important point you have learnt in this session especially. Okay. And next important point is, you have learned something new concept you have learnt in this bridge course till yesterday. One new concept what you have not learnt in your lower class. Can anyone tell me? Kinematics, okay. Kinematics you have in 8th or 9th. No, one theorem you learnt, new theorem you learnt.
Work done.
Work done Fs cos theta, okay. Work energy theorem. Work energy theorem you learned. What is work energy theorem? Anyone? What is work energy theorem? Yeah, tell me, anyone. Yes, work done by all the forces is equal to change in its kinetic energy. Work done by all forces on the body is equal to change in the kinetic energy. Now come back here. What all maths required for physics we are going to learn. Up to your 10th standard, you know, you learnt straight lines. Straight line equation, can anyone tell me? Straight line. All the students who are present, new students also, keep in mind I am not maths teacher, physics teacher, but today I am teaching you some part of mathematics which is required for physics. Straight line equation, y equal to straight line equation, y equal to
mx y is
anyone, y equal to
mx plus c, sir. Mx plus c, sir.
y equal to mx plus c, right. Yeah, now that is the importance here. Now listen, if I take some straight line, I can take like this, right. This is y equal to
Mx plus c.
mx plus c. This is theta. Tan theta gives you the slope. Now for a straight line, the slope remains a constant.
Yes, sir.
Slope is nothing but the slope in the park where children play. Where children play, no, the slope. That is the meaning here also. Suppose you imagine the straight line like a slope, it is a slope only. Some inclination is there. Theta is the inclination. Theta is the angle made by the line with the positive x direction. Tan theta is called the slope. If theta is 0, the line is parallel to the x axis. If theta is 90, the line is perpendicular to x axis. Yeah, right. Tan theta is the slope. Now I will take point A, point B, point C. Where is the slope more?
C, sir.
Remember, at C, Saket told at C slope is more. Why, Saket, tell me? Saket, can you tell me why? C is at the topmost point, you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? Bhumaitri?
Parallel to.
Come on, I want answers from you. I want interaction from you. You cannot keep quiet and sit down there and look at the board. You have to interact. Whether it's wrong or right, don't worry. You are learning now. Yeah, come on, fast. From this I want to discuss so many points.
Slope is constant, sir.
Who is that boy?
Srikar Reddy, sir.
Srikar Reddy. Why slope is constant, Srikar Reddy?
Because the line is straight line, sir.
From which school ma you are?
Saint Mary's, sir.
Saint Mary's. Very good, very good. Slope is constant. For example, I will tell you, Saket, listen carefully. Suppose you are standing here or here or here. The steepness is same or not? The steepness. The line is like this. Here or here or here, the steepness is same. Yes or no? Height has increased. Point C is at greater height. Point B is lesser height. A is at lesser height. But the steepness is same. That means the slope is same. Already you know, for a straight line y equal to mx plus c, m is constant for straight line. Yes or no? M is constant for straight line. So at A or B or C, the slope is same, the steepness is same. Draw that graph. For a straight line, write down this point. For a straight line, y equal to mx plus c, y equal to mx plus c, the slope is constant. The slope is constant. Next point, the height is more at C, not steepness, right on there. The height is more at C than at B. The height is more at C than at B or A. But the steepness is same. But the steepness is same. Not steepness more, okay? I used that word wrongly there. The steepness is same, height is more at C than B, height at B is more than A. Does not mean that slope has changed. Slope is same at all points. The steepness is same. All of you understood that point? For a straight line, the steepness is constant. That means the slope is constant. Tan theta gives you the slope, where theta is the angle made by the straight line in the positive x direction. Theta is the angle made by the straight line in the positive x direction. Okay? Right. Now listen. Now if I take,
Sir, 1 minute.
you want the previous one?
Yes, sir. Previous one.
Check there.
Okay, thank you.
Completed? Right. Now listen. If you take a straight line, take 2 points A and B. I will draw one triangle here, A, B. This is, if I take, this is x2, this is y1, this is y2. Slope of this part AB is what? Slope equal to y2 minus y1 by
x2
x2
minus
minus
x1.
x1. That is nothing but
dy
tan
Tan
theta.
theta.
All of you know this, but still I am telling once again. Now, should I draw a small triangle or a big triangle? Any triangle, no problem. Whether you draw a big triangle, look at this here, any amount of triangle you draw, this theta will be same. They are corresponding angles, check there. They are corresponding angles. So, for a straight line, that theta cannot change. So, slope remains constant. So, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is nothing but tan theta. Write down that point. You are taking 2 points A and B. At point A, the x coordinate is x1. At point B, it is x2. At point A, y1. Completed. Slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, that is tan theta. Is theta same everywhere? Check here.
Is equal to same thing kinetic energy.
Yeah, because corresponding angles there. Because it is a straight line, theta remains constant. So, what I learned? For a straight line, slope is a constant. The steepness everywhere will be, slope is constant means the steepness everywhere is same. Write that point. The steepness everywhere is same. Saket. The steepness everywhere is same. Now listen, if I take a curve, now I have taken a curve. Are you able to see a curve there?
Yes, sir.
In your 10th standard or 9th standard, you have not come across curves. You know only about straight lines.
Yes, sir.
Y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. That is a straight line equation. Another form of straight line equation is y equal to mx plus c. There are two types of writing, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1 or y equal to
MX plus C.
plus c. So, y equal to mx plus c. So, these are the two forms of writing straight line. Y equal to y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1 or y equal to mx plus c is a straight line. Now,
C,
on
sir.
the board, is it a straight line or a curve?
Curve.
It's a curve. That means, now listen, imagine that is a slope in the park. Imagine that's a slope in the park. A child is standing here at A, one child is standing here at B. Where is the steepness more?
B.
All of you can answer easily. Where is the steepness more? Where it is dangerous for the child? At A or B?
Sir.
At
B.
At B. Steepness. See the beautiful point? In the straight line, everywhere the steepness is
Constant.
Same.
constant. Whether the child is here or there on the straight line, the slope will be same. Steepness is same. So, equal frightening effect the child will experience. Equal frightening effect he or she will experience. But here, if I put one person here at B, he will be more afraid or frightening. Why? The steepness is more. So, slope at A and slope at B are not
Same.
same. Now, you are coming to a very important point. What you have not come in 10th standard, what you have not
B,
heard
sir,
in 10th
B.
standard. For curves, slope at every point will change. Write down. For curves, slope at every point will change.
Same.
Slope at every point will change. Now, draw this diagram and write there, slope at B is not equal, actually I can say it is more than, greater than slope at A. Write those two equations also at the side. That means rough work you are writing, that is all. Okay, tell me ma now.
Sir,
Something you're asking.
For curves, constant will not be.
That is what I am saying. You are seeing a curve or a straight line here?
Curve.
Curve. Where it is more dangerous, at A or B?
E.
B.
That means the steepness there is more. Steepness is more. Where there is more steepness, we say slope is more. Slope at B is more than slope at A. Other words, if I draw one tangent at B, at A, this is a tangent. This will make theta 1. Draw one tangent at B, this will make theta 2. At A, I have drawn one tangent. It is making an angle theta 1 with the positive x direction. At B, I have drawn one tangent. It is making an angle theta 2 with the positive x direction.
Theta 2
1
is
is
better
more
than
or
theta 1.
very good. That means tan theta 2 is more than tan theta 1. You agree?
Okay.
Yes.
Tan
sir.
theta is
B.
nothing but slope. That means slope at B is more than slope at
A.
A. Write down that. Draw the diagram along with the tangents. Actually, in maths you have to learn all this, but since you might not have learnt properly, so I am repeating this. Those who miss today's class onwards, afterwards it will be a very difficult task for you, because we are going to do calculus based problems. What is calculus? I will tell you. Calculus nothing a special chapter, it is related to slopes only. Slopes and areas. In the integration we come under areas. What is integration, what is derivatives, I will tell you. Don't worry. First you should know that in intermediate we are going to face curves in physics. For curves, slope at every point will change. Where there is more steepness, there the slope is more. Greater the steepness, greater the slope. Greater the steepness, greater the slope. I have simply put one person here so that you can understand clearly where the slope is more. Now listen. Now I have taken this curve. I will take 2 points. Actually, in other words, that points A and B I will take. I will take 2 points. You don't draw anything, just listen. B is here. This is a straight line joining. This is y1, this is x1, x1, and this is
X2,
y2.
Y2.
Now listen. What is the slope of the straight line AB? Slope of AB.
Y2 minus
Equal to
Y1 by
y2
X2
minus
minus
y1 by x2 minus. What is that? That is the slope of the line
AB.
AB. AB is a straight line, keep in mind. That straight, I am joining A to B by a straight line. Straight line slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now listen carefully. I cannot say slope at A and slope at B are same. Slope of the line AB is constant. I will bring B closer and closer and closer. I will bring B closer and closer and closer. See how I am going to. Did all of you note down this? You need not draw this. Just listen carefully. I separated A and B far away. Have you noticed? A and B are far away. Now I will bring B closer and closer and closer and closer to A. Why? I will tell you. Now I will draw one line, I will draw one tangent at A. This is theta, theta A. Now tell me, slope of the tangent at A and slope of the line AB are not equal. Check properly. Slope of the line AB and slope of the tangent at A are not same. They are different straight lines. Look at this. Slope of the tangent here. Slope of the line is here. Both the lines are not the same. Different lines. Different straight lines will have different inclinations. Straight lines will have different slopes. So, slope of the tangent at A and slope of the line AB are not equal. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
slope of the tangent at A, again I am repeating, slope of the tangent at A and slope of the line AB are not equal. Okay, draw the diagram, then you will understand. And write the point. Slope of the tangent at A slope of the tangent at A, slope of the tangent at A and slope of the line AB and slope of the line AB are not equal. Slope of the tangent at A and slope of the line AB are not equal when B is far away from A. When B is far away from A. When B is far away from A. Now see the wonderful point here. B is far away from A. As B comes closer and closer to A, then can I say slope of the line AB is almost equal to slope of the tangent at A? Yeah, see the wonderful point. When B comes closer and closer to A, then I can say slope of the line AB and slope of the tangent at A are equal. This one, listen very carefully. Slope of the line AB and slope of the tangent at A are not equal when B is far away. As B comes closer and closer and closer to A, then slope of the line AB becomes almost equal to
tangent A.
Yeah, very good. Write on that point. As B comes closer and closer to A, as B comes closer and closer to A,
Dot.
closer and closer to A, slope of AB becomes almost equal to slope of the line AB,
Both the tangent becomes equal.
slope of the line AB will almost be equal to slope of the tangent at A, slope of the tangent at A. Beautiful point. As B comes closer and closer and closer to A, then slope of the line AB will become short or big line? AB?
Short.
Very short line, very short. So, slope of the line AB becomes equal to slope of the tangent at A. Can anyone repeat what I said? Can anyone repeat what I said? As B comes closer,
To A.
yeah, then
Tangent A.
no, one of you, slope of the line, then as B comes closer and closer to A, slope of the line AB becomes equal to slope of the tangent at A. There only the calculus part comes actually. That is the important point. Now come back to the next one. I am going to listen here. Now I brought the 2 points closer, A and B. This is x1, this is x2, this is y1,
Y1,
and this is
Y2.
y2. Now I brought B very close, no? Check there.
Yes, sir.
B came very close. Now I will draw one tangent at A. I will draw one tangent at A. Can I call this as delta x? Can I call this as delta y? Delta y is nothing but y2 minus
y2
y1.
minus y1.
Delta x is x2 minus x1. Both are very, very close. x1 and x2 are very close. So this is delta x. This is x2 minus x1. This is delta x. This is dx. Delta x becomes dx. Dx means like this I write dx. Not d into x. Simply dx means a infinitesimal quantity. A very small quantity is called dx. Delta x, what is delta x? Small quantity. What is
Small
x2
quantity.
minus x1? Somewhat bigger quantity.
Somewhat bigger
So,
quantity.
yeah, as x2 minus x1 comes closer, it becomes delta x, still comes closer, it becomes dx. y2 minus y1, bigger quantity, as it comes closer, delta y, still closer,
dy.
dy. Did you understand what I said? Now first you should understand what is delta x, what is y2 minus y1. When y2 minus y1 comes closer, delta y, when they come still closer,
dy.
When x2 minus x1 comes closer, delta x,
Delta x,
still closer,
dx.
dx. So dx and dy are nothing but small quantities. Did you understand that point? Now
Yes, sir.
see the wonderful point here. If I pull like this, x2 minus x1,
x1,
delta x,
delta x,
dx,
dx.
y2 minus y1, delta y,
Delta y,
dy.
dy.
That means delta y is more, delta y is less or dy is less?
dy is less.
Dy is less. Dy and dx are infinitesimal quantities. That means very small quantities. Now what I am going to do? I am going to take a straight line AB. You can see two lines there. One is the short line AB. I will zoom it, you can see clearly now.
No need, sir.
No need, no? You can see AB and you can see tangent at A. You can see two lines. One is AB, another is tangent at A.
Two lines are parallel.
Oh, very good. Both are almost parallel. That means parallel lines will have the same angle theta or same slope.
As the
You
same
follow?
slope.
Yeah,
Same
I am
steepness.
taking it closer. Right, come back here. Yeah, now come back here. Now can I say slope of the line AB is almost equal to slope of the tangent at A?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See the wonderful point in mathematics. First I have taken B far away. then slope of the line AB is not equal to slope of the tangent at A. I wanted to make the slope of the line AB almost equal to slope of the tangent at A. So, what I have done? I brought B
To A.
closer to A, not to A. If B comes and sits on A, B
Sir,
equal to A. Yeah.
so that means when A and B are far away from each other, the slopes are not equal, and when B tends to come closer to A, then the slopes of line AB and the tangent drawn at A are considered to be parallel, and so that slopes are considered.
100% right. You are 100% right. Very good. When B comes closer and closer to A, slope of the line AB is equal to slope of the tangent at A. Did all of you get this point in mind?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From there only the calculus part have come actually. Now listen. Limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x equal to dy by
By dx.
dx equal to slope of
Tan theta.
tangent at A.
Point
This is the most important equation. Now listen here. Limit means you are limiting something. Limit delta x tends to 0. Actually, why you may think, sir, maths teacher may explain this, but I will explain better in the sense of physics. That is why I am asking you to listen to this. They will give you the formula. Maths teachers will give you formula how to do the sums, but it is called geometrical interpretation. Geometrical interpretation means understanding what the actual meaning of the slopes and doing the problem, not simply solving the equation and getting the answers. This is called geometrical interpretation of mathematics, which is required for physics. Now listen, delta x tends to 0. Tends to 0 means what? Almost 0, not 0. Again I am repeating, delta x tends to 0, almost 0. Can I say delta x 0.0001? 0.0001, very small, or 0.000001, but it is not 0. I did not write delta x equal to 0. Delta x arrow mark tends to 0. Then tends to 0 means what? See, this is delta x, x2 minus x1, delta x, this is
dx.
Dx.
dx. That dx is a very small quantity. What I said, 0.00001, very small. Delta x becomes dx, delta y becomes dy. When does delta y become dy? When delta x tends to 0, see, when I bring x2 and x1 closer, what will happen to y2 and y1? They also will come closer.
Closer.
Now listen, as x2 and x1 comes closer, y2 and y1 also will come
Closer. Closer.
closer. That is the reason why I wrote, as delta x tends to 0. Tends to 0 means in English what we say, they are coming
Almost
closer.
0.
They are coming closer. They are coming closer. If x1 and x2 are coming closer, y1 and y2 will come closer. Then we call it as delta y by delta x is dy by dx. That dy by dx is called
Derivative.
Derivative of a function. Derivative of a function. Did anyone hear this dy by dx in any bridge course before?
Yes, sir.
Who is that boy? Who is that boy?
Shivaram Krishna, sir.
Sivaram?
Krishna. Yes, sir.
Very
yes, sir.
good. But I know Sivaram must have learnt y equal to sin x, dy by dx is cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin
Minus
x.
sin x.
Sivaram, I am talking to you Sivaram because you learnt in bridge course. But did you know what is the meaning of dy by dx actually? Sivaram. I am asking Sivaram once because he learnt already.
Sir, forgotten, sir. And learned in 8th class, sir.
Yes, you learnt only formula.
Sir, no, sir. Double differentiation, double integration, all are learned, sir.
Correct ma? You learnt double differentiation without knowing what is differentiation.
Sir, forgotten, sir. Learned in 8th class, sir.
8th class ma? Okay, okay. But I think this graph you did not learn.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Now you will understand. Now listen. Now coming back to your 10th standard. y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is slope
Yes, sir.
of a straight line.
Yes, sir.
When y2 minus y1 becomes small, delta y,
Delta y.
delta y by delta x.
dy.
No. Listen. Delta y by delta x is slope of a AB, small line AB. Slope of the small line AB.
Sir.
Delta y by delta x is slope of the small line AB.
Yes, sir.
Crush it more. Dx.
dy.
Crush it more. Dy.
dy.
Then B will come very close to A. Then slope of the line AB will match with slope of the tangent at A.
Yeah.
Slope of the line AB will exactly match with slope of the tangent at A.
Yeah.
That is the meaning of limit delta y by delta x. Delta x tends to 0 gives you dy by dx. So, dy by dx is nothing but slope. If you want to go back to 10th standard, dy you expand y2 minus y1, dx you expand.
X minus x1.
Yeah, that is nothing but your 10th standard only. As you come to higher class, why you wanted y2 minus, instead of y2 minus y1 dy by dx, at every point on the curve, slope will change. Because the slope is changing, we have to adopt a new procedure of derivative. Dy by dx is called derivative of a function. D by dx of y means derivative of a function. In other words, we are finding slope of the tangent at a particular point. So, what is dy by dx? Dy by dx is slope of a tangent at a particular point on the curve. Again I am repeating. What is dy by dx? Dy by dx is slope of the tangent at a particular point on the curve. Point to point slope will change because it is not a straight line, as you have learnt in your 10th standard. In 10th standard, very easy, straight line, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, tan theta is slope. Here also the concept is same, only thing y2 minus y1 became small, x2 minus x1 became small. Now you will ask me, sir, why you want to take small quantity? Now I explain. Why you want to take small quantity? Because I want slope of the line AB to match with slope of the tangent at A.
At A.
Like that, slope at every point will change. For a curve, slope at every point will change. Draw this and write down those points. Very important. Those who missed today class, they missed diamond. They missed diamond actually. I can see one or two student got up from their places. I am noting down here. When the schedule starts from 30th of June, I will be very serious in noting down the absentees. I am not saying I will not give permission. We are very good and lenient people with you. Only thing, we want the student to be genuine, working. Intelligence I don't believe. In other words, intelligence good. Hard work I believe more. The student who does maximum hard work will surely succeed. The student who is intelligent but does not do hard work, I should not say with my mouth they will not succeed. I am saying difficult to succeed.
Sir.
Student with less intelligence but more hard work will surely succeed. So hard work I am giving more importance. Be careful.
Sir.
Yeah, tell me ma.
Sir, can you repeat the point? Means why we are taking dy by dx means as we want slope of line AB afterwards, sir.
Yeah, I will repeat those points. First, have you written down this?
Yes, sir. Completed.
First, write down.
The point.
Yeah. Now,
point made.
now I am dictating the point. Write down.
Sir,
Yeah.
because of some network issue, I left and came against you.
Pardon ma. Pardon ma.
Because of some network issues, I left and came against you.
Okay, very good. Who is that boy?
Tanush, sir.
Tanush. Okay ma. No problem. Like that you take. Very good boy. I want the boys or girls to be like this. Genuinely work. That's all.
So can you repeat the point?
Teacher is not going to penalize you. See, I will repeat the point. More than that, what I am saying, this is very important. Because when the teacher looks at your attendance, he feels, array, what these boys, he will lose the momentum to explain. So first you try to understand that. Yeah, now I am repeating. As B comes closer to A, slope of the straight line AB, small line AB, is almost equal to slope of the tangent at A. Then limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x equal to dy by dx. dy by dx is called slope of the tangent at A. So, if they ask you what is dy by dx, what is that? It is slope of the tangent for a curve.
X2 minus
Sir,
X1.
Slope of the tangent drawn at a point on the curve is called dy by dx. The dy, if you expand, what you get?
Slope of AB.
No. dy you expand, what is it called?
Y2 minus Y1, sir.
y2 minus y1. dx you expand,
X2 minus X1.
y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is what?
Slope, tan theta.
Yeah, what you learnt in 10th standard, what you learning in 11th standard are same. But only thing here we are using the word dy dx. Some student may ask, sir, why can't we use 10th standard formula? Have you used 10th standard formula? There that's a straight line. Here it's a curve. It's a curve. Right? Now write down. Finding derivative of a function, finding derivative derivative, finding derivative of function Finding derivative of function implies that
Yeah.
implies that we are finding slope of the tangent. We are finding slope of the tangent. We are finding slope of the tangent drawn at a particular point on the curve. Drawn at particular point on the curve. Okay. Now, Saket, tell me, what is the meticulous point you learnt today? Difference between your 10th and your 11th standard. What is the meticulous point?
Sir, if AB are near
Yeah.
this slope of tangent A is almost
Little loudly, ma. Your mic is not closer to your mouth, I think so.
Sir, if AB are near,
Ah.
then the tangent A will be almost equal
Almost equal to
to AB length.
slope of the tangent at A. When B comes closer to A, slope of the line AB is almost equal to the slope of the tangent at A.
Yes.
Have you noted that point?
Yes.
These are called derivative. Derivative implies slope finding. So what I am repeating, derivative means slope finding.
Because
So right there, derivative implies slope finding. Derivative implies slope finding. Now listen. Now let me take the function y equal to x power n. There is a function y equal to x power n. Now d by dx of y is a function, that y function value is x power n. dy by dx will give you how much now? Anyone?
nx power n minus 1, sir.
Very good. Nx power n minus 1. N not equal to 1. Okay, that's understood. Now listen, this is, some students may ask you, sir, how you got that answer? Finding these answers you are going to learn in maths. I told you geometrical interpretation means we are understanding what the slope means for a curve. For a curve, the slope at every point will change. What is the meaning of this? If the some curve is there, y equal to x power n function, dy by dx is nx power n minus 1. That means, how to read this in English? Slope of the tangent drawn to x power n curve, I am repeating, slope of the tangent drawn to x power n curve gives you nx power n minus 1, nx power n minus 1. That is the answer. These answers you are going to learn in your mathematics. Don't worry about that. Similarly, y equal to sin x,
Cos x.
dy by dx cos x.
dy by dx
Cos x.
cos x.
Sir, I
Now,
have
how
a doubt.
you will, yeah, tell me.
Sir, now you don't know, sir. Now the
Yeah.
dy by dx will be equal to, dy by dx is the slope of point A on the curve.
Slope of the tangent at point A.
Okay, sir. Then what will be the slope of AB equal to?
Slope of that small line AB will be nx power n minus 1.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, actually, how do you read this in English? For example, y equal to x square I will take. Example,
2x.
I will tell you y equal to x square, y and x. If x is 1, y will be 1. If x is 2, y will be 4, and so on. Now listen, this one I will draw one tangent here at this point. This is x equal to 1 by 2 I will take, for example. Now, can anyone tell me dy by dx?
2x.
X square is a function. All others listen carefully. X square is a function. I want dy by dx. Now x square, no?
2x.
Apply this formula, nx power n minus 1.
2x, sir.
Sir,
2x. That means this 2 comes here, 2x power 2 minus 1. For new students, 2x power 2 minus 1. That is 2x there. Now you understand carefully. Previous slide, if you see, dy by dx means it is the slope of the tangent drawn to a particular point on the curve. Previous slide, check here, I have given. When A and B are coming closer, again I am showing this previous slide. Someone, that boy asked me just now, when B comes closer and closer to A, slope of the line AB will almost be equal to slope of the tangent at A. When B comes, see A is here, B is here. When B comes closer and closer to A, slope of the line AB and slope of the tangent at A are equal. That is what I said. That is why I gave limit delta y by delta x. Delta x tends to 0. Why I did not say delta y tends to 0? Why I said delta x tends to 0? Because y equal to a function in terms of x square if I take. I have to substitute the value of x. I am changing x and checking how y will change. On changing x, I am checking how y will change. So, delta x tends to 0, do not say delta y tends to 0. We are taking x values and substituting, thereby checking y values. So, when delta x tends to 0 means almost, this is what, x2 minus x1, this is how much?
Delta
One
x.
of you. Very
Delta
good,
x.
delta x. This is
X.
dx.
dx. So, 10th standard here x2 minus x1, in 11th standard dx, 10th standard y2 minus y1,
dy.
11th standard dy. So, dy by dx is nothing but slope of the tangent at a particular point on the curve. Now, dy is very small quantity, dx is very small quantity, therefore, dy by dx will be very
Less.
again I am repeating. Who tells they will get a gift from me in the offline class? Dx is very small quantity, dy is very small quantity, dy by dx is a very
Small quantity.
Very small quantity.
who is that boy? Very small quantity.
Shivaram Krishna, sir.
Sivaram Krishna, no need. I will tell you. Small quantity divided by a small quantity can give a large quantity. 0.1 by 0.01, how much?
10.
10 is very small or what? See the beautiful point? Small quantity minus a small quantity is a small quantity. Small quantity divided by a small quantity can be anything. So, what is dy by dx? Dy by dx can be anything. it can be positive large quantity, it can be negative large quantity, it can be 0. So don't think in your mind dy by dx is a small quantity, but dx is a small quantity, dy is a small quantity, dy by dx is not a small quantity. It may be small, it may be large, it may be positive large, it may be negative large, anything. Okay, maths teacher has already come. Tomorrow we will continue. Today you have to recapitulate all the points what I discussed regarding slope finding. Okay, okay ma, good luck, God bless you all.